With those oats.
With oats? Your oat sweater, I like to call it.
Every now and then I nibble on it because it's good for the heart. Oats.
In the city that as soon as you turned 18, you sped as fast as you can out to the West Coast.
Hey, watch your mouth, sir. I went to college in California to pursue. I'm on the world's longest business trip, Robbie. I moved to Los Angeles, California to pursue a career in the entertainment industry that involves television and film. But by God, I am not a Californian. I am a Tennessean. And it drives my wife nuts. But I constantly remind her that our children are half Southern. She says, "You idiot! They were not born in the South. They have barely visited the South. They are not half Southern." And I say, "You wouldn't say that to me if I were French. If I were French from France, where French people live."
Do you really say that like that?
No, I say it much nicer, but for now. In fact, I don't even say it, I think it, I go, keep doing my chores. She runs a tight ship, that woman. Wife presents me, well, she wouldn't say that if I were French. But if I were French, the children would be half French. They'd learn my native language, so I could preserve the Frenchness of my children. And they could understand the country from whence they hail. France. We'll replace France with the South, damn it! And my children are South. And because of that, I teach them the language of my people. I teach them, for example, the word ah. A-H, ah. What you see with. To be used in a sentence. I think I've got something in my eye. Pa. P-A-H. A delicious dessert that is typically triangle shaped. Would you like a fresh piece of pie? Slogans and colloquialisms that make no sense to bingo bango boho. They confuse him when I say things like, "Well, you certainly made a silk purse out of a sow's ear." He doesn't get it. Clearly, he doesn't understand how the purse business works.
No.
And how?
Where do I own a purse?
And how? Well, okay. Man bag. Tomato.
Got it.
You don't understand how hard it is to manufacture silk from a sow's ear. You don't believe me? Try it. There's no trip to the beach. By the way, no trip to the beach. Colloquialism.
There you go.
There you go.
Happens every day.
Just did
every
that.
hour.
Robbie,
Richard.
you know what I say to people who say they're enjoying themselves in the South?
What do you say?
I say, I look them right in the eye. Typically, I get in a stance like this, and I say, "You're just as welcome as the flowers in May." And I hold that look for a long time.
Now, if it's are Mayflowers, they're a very welcome thing.
I don't know, Robbie. Try living through a brutal Nashville winter,
Okay.
where temperatures drop to around 30
degrees, right, sure.
and the wind chill can bring it down to 28.
Right. And it almost snows.
It almost snows a lot, Robbie, and when it does snow, you're struggling to move through 2 to 3 inches.
Yeah.
Precipitation.
School is canceled.
School is canceled. It's gone by lunch. But you had to deal from about 8 a.m. to noon with ankle-deep slush. It doesn't stop this town. That's actually not true. It brings this town to a complete halt. I've never seen anything like it. It is unbelievable. I used to say that if you're in Nashville and you're driving behind somebody in a convertible who has bad dandruff, you wreck your car. You see white flakes. You just drive right into a gutter. We're not a snow people, Robbie.
Right.
We're not.
Right. So walk me through the flowers of May.
Damn it, Robbie!
Okay, sorry.
I mean, what? Why don't you just wipe your ass with the American flag?
You've asked me too many questions.
I find it resentful.
I will not wipe my ass.
I find it disrespectful. I don't like your tone. I do not like your tone.
I don't mean any disrespect. Sir.
You are not as welcome as the flowers in freaking night.
I'll take a couple tulips in March.
I'm taking my flowers and I'm leaving. You probably wear white after Labor Day turncoat.
I do actually.
You sicken me.
But I'm in a rock and roll band, so that's usually allowed.
Oh, okay, so I guess playing music allows you to break with decorum. You probably use your soup spoon for dessert. You probably don't own a kiwi knife. You probably don't have a double-sided melon baller at home.
Give me back a bit. Did you say kiwi knife?
You probably use your normal flatware for company instead of pulling out the nice china. I see people shaking their heads. They're going, what? He doesn't bring out the nice patterned flatware that he and his wife registered for at their wedding when company comes over and you're eating in the dining room? No, he does not. I know this because I've had dinner at his house, and it's the same plate they use for breakfast.
You're assuming that you're nice company.
No, you know what? Touche. Robbie won, Rich, a shitload more than one. But nonetheless, Robbie won.
I'm on the board.
You're on the board. Good press, Robbo. Robbie, here's the thing. When you deal with weather like Nashvillians do, like we've been trained to do, we're a hardened people. A lot of times you'll look at me and you say, and he said it to me many times, Rich, why are you an a-hole? You said it with your eyes. You said it with your eyes. You look at me with the why are you a-hole eyes.
That's true. That's true.
Which I resent, by the way.
That's fair.
And I say to him, again, without speaking, if you lived through what we lived through weather-wise, if you knew what it was like to deal with a winter that lasts almost 3 months,
Almost.
where you're wearing a sweater nearly every day until you get inside and somebody put the heater on too high and you take it off. But then you go back outside, you're putting that jacket back on, mofo, unless you got a death wish. Oh boy, you're pushing it today. You're pushing it.
It's insane. I grew up in the same part of the country. I had the same weather you had.
Then why are you so confused about the Mayflowers, man? You're done with that winter. All you live signs of life. You're crawling through infertile soil. The crops won't grow, Robbie. They won't grow. The corn's not growing, Daddy. The corn's not growing. The Lord will provide. We'll find a way, son. For starters, one of the things we're going to do is go to the grocery store and buy corn because I'm not a farmer. But Daddy, the soil ain't fertile. It ain't generating crops this year. Son, yeah, Daddy. Why are you screaming? What's wrong with you? Daddy! We crawl on our hands and knees. There's soil that generates nothing for almost 3 months. We deal with a slushy existence and a light to mild breeze occasionally. We drive in horrible traffic through Green Hills. You have no idea. I'm telling you to get through Green Hills at rush hour. It's a hellscape. It truly is. And then, finally, as the calendar moves, the calendar moves forward, and we find ourselves in May. We wake up one day, and there, fighting through the mud, is a tiny, fragile flower! Finally! And we wake up the whole family. We wake up We all gather around in the front yard. Bye-bye. We gather as a family, clasping hands under the gentle gaze of the Lord, the real one, not you. And what God's glory hath brought us, in this case it can be played by a water bottle, but that's not what it is. It's a flower, right? A flower. Now you probably say flower with 2 syllables, that's because you're probably part Yankee, we say flower. It's a flower, right? And we're so glad to see it. We're so glad to see it, we hug it. And we love it. And we hold it up to the sky. And we look at it and we say, well, I guess I done killed you by plucking you. But still, you're a sight for sore eyes. Flower. Soon to die flower, but here's the thing. If there's one flower, there's going to be more flowers. That means seeds are growing. We clasp the soil in our hands and we feel its weight. And we say to ourselves, by God, this farm will live another day. With God as my witness, life will spring forth from this land. I will toil in the field. I will till the soil. And I will gain from it its fruitful gifts of food and flowers. And we are so excited to see it because that means life continues. And that is why, Bob, when we're happy and grateful, we say, you're just as welcome as the flowers in mine. And let me tell you something. Nashville winters. They can break a man, or they make him strong. And you may come out with a chip on your shoulder, maybe a light amount of precipitation. You survive. You soldier on. Because that's what we do. In the South, that's what we do. But we don't take guff from no man. Not a man who's wearing fancy Italian shoes, leather jacket, and jeans made somewhere other than the United States of America. Somebody might be somewhere else. Now, brother, don't you dare. Don't look in the mirror, my man. Like I said, you mentioned that we bought these jackets together.
Same time.
And these jeans. Don't go there.
Don't ask me to show your belt.
Robbie, I beg you not to bring up the belt. Okay.
I was with you until you made it personal.
done, band. Well done, Bobo. Well done, Nashville. Well done, Friday people. Friday people. You're the best, Bobo. Right? A lot of them, too. A lot of these little rascals.
Impressive.
Impressive
numbers.
They're just so cute. You want to put them in your suitcase, take it home. You really do. Listen, Friday people, this is Nashville. We can do anything we want. It's my hometown. We can really phone it in and go out and see the sights and go down to Tootsie's and drink some beer and watch Billy sit in with bands. But we're not going to do that. We're going to stay here and put on an A-level show for you. And we're starting with A-level talent. Moran, give me a note. I'm hoarse to get to it. Shout out to Rob, some really spot on cowbell this morning. Well done. Other cities, you don't try that hard, but you're putting some effort.
I know where I am.
Yeah.
I know where I am.
Cowbell City, USA. That's right.
Julian, and great jump by the end.
Thank you. That was good, and I coordinated it. I didn't get it wrong. No missteps.
It's great.
By the way, that's the first time I've ever been introduced with. What happened to that?
I went there and it wasn't there, kid. I'm like, oops.
I almost didn't come on. I was like, what?
I literally, I don't know what happened. It's not like I went out yoga last night. I don't know what happened.
It was his mom and dad.
Yes, I was entertaining my parents.
That, and you just gave a hell of an opening monologue.
Oh yeah, you did. Julian, are you enjoying the South?
I'm enjoying myself here in Nashville. I'm trying to look the part. What do you think?
I think it's good.
It's good?
Yeah, it's a good look.
I need to carry a guitar. Hi there. I'm from Nashville. Is that good?
It's pretty good.
Could you teach me a little bit? I'd like to tell you guys to leave the stage or something, as if I was a local.
Okay. So rather than politely say, you guys can leave the stage, which is what you would say, you look at us, you kind of crouch down when you're doing your southern. You gotta lose an inch or two, and you go, go on now, get!
G-I-T.
And God
That means something else where I come from.
God now, Lord. It's not go on now. God now.
Go now.
Get, go.
I go into this sort of generic thing, if I wear a plaid shirt and jeans, I kind of speak like this. It's really embarrassing. It's like, it's a bit like when Americans go to the UK, they start to be like Dick Van Dyke and Mary Poppins. Love me, Mary! I'm the British equivalent coming to the US. Hi, this is my southern accent. It's really appalling, but whatever state I'm supposed to be coming from, it's that generic thing. Anyway, hello! Good to see you. So good to meet you. My goodness me. Lively, good. It's a bit early, but I nearly look at all these things. All these wow pedals and pushy things. Great, I love it. I love all this stuff. Well, we're in Music City. right? So beware of all the musical things around. So, yes. Well, you seem like you're a long way off. No. Oh, goodness me. Hello. This is wonderful. Okay, so it's musical. So I last time that I was in Vegas a couple of weeks ago, I had a bit of fun. I was feeling a bit frisky. I need waking up, and you guys, well, you don't need waking up. You're very lively, but I'm sure you can do it. We're going to sing a song. Since we're in music singing, right? Okay, and it's going to come from my parts, you know, with a nice English accent. Please, everybody. None of this gear stuff. Okay. So, you know the song. I'm going to sing it to you, and you're going to help me, right? My body lies over the ocean. My body lies over the sea. My body lies over the ocean. It's like a choir thing. Well, a bunch of reapers, maybe. Okay, so we all know the song. We all know the song, okay? So what we have to do, this is going to get us to know each other very well. Get us all warmed up. Now, how am I going to do this? Here we go. We're going to get a chair here. Okay. I've got a bit of a sniffle. Excuse me. I like it when people go, aww. I was sort of invent things for you to feel sorry for me about. You know, because it sort of helps. I don't know why, but we've got like a huge crowd of people. It's kind of the sympathy thing. Excuse me, I just... Yes, you know, I don't know why. This is weird. Okay, so my body. Here we go. So we're all sitting, except the folks over there who are standing. But you can sort of do it with your legs. Okay, so here we go. Again, here. So every time we say a word beginning with the letter B, we stand. And then the next time we say a word beginning with the letter B, we sit. It's easy, right? Yeah. Okay, so we're ready. Choir, angelic choir. Ready? Okay, here we go. My body lies over the ocean. My body lies over the sea. My body lies over the ocean. So bring back that's great. You got sort of like pretty raggedy by the end. Good. What about the poor folks over there? How did you manage? You all right? Right down to the floor. Calisthenics for the day. I'm getting rid of this because folks that know me know that I'm a bit twitchy. I don't sort of sit very well. So in fact, my greatest acting moment is playing death because I look like I'm completely in control and, you know, walking along very elegantly and poised. It's the greatest acting of my career. And I have to keep stopping myself because I keep thinking, you know, I have to believe that I'm really a serious, profound sort of actor that knows what he's doing. Anyway, so excuse me when I run around. It's just like, I can't get used to how far away you are. And it's making things worse because it means that I have to start getting more jiggly. There's nobody over there. What's happened over there? I'm used to them in two lineups. Okay, so I guess you're just over there. That's all right. So let me come over there. Hello, my name's Julian Richings, and I'm going to answer some very penetrating questions with very profound answers. Does that sound good? There is somebody over there. There's one person. That's pathetic. Okay. Oh, yeah. All right. Hi. Sorry, I'm being really rambunctious here. Hello. I think I can see you. Yeah, I'm going to come down a bit lower. Hello. Hi. Okay. Okay, are you speaking the mic? Oh, it doesn't work. Here it goes.
I have a question, I have a request. Can you wish my son, who's turning 10, happy
Come on now. Jacob, there's a few folks here. Say hi, Jacob. Hi, Jacob. A few folks here want to wish you happy birthday. And I'm going to start with a song. They're very good at singing, you know. So here goes. Happy birthday
to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jacob. Happy birthday to you.
That's going to terrify me. I know he's going to have nightmares. Did you see that bit where I came in close? I know all about cameras and stuff, so when I come in like that, it's normally the bit where people run out the room. Oh my God! See, that's why I'm building up, you know, I get you to go, ah, and stuff, to sort of dispel those myths. So the next role I get in something else will be completely different. Not just the guy. Oh, I have to do that. So, excuse me, I'm going over to the other side of the room. Hello.
morning, Mr. Julian.
Oh, Mr. Julian. I'll have a sir will suffice. Your Majesty is good too. Her Majesty? No.
Let's have your, not yours.
Hi.
No worries. My question for you was, did you feel there was a dramatic difference in your character as Dad and your character in the film series, Bag of Bones?
Oh, well, so it's always funny when people ask me questions, because then they realize how uneducated I am. Don't tell anyone, but I've never seen Bag of Bones. So I can't really tell you. No, honestly, I know my daughter's seen it, and she likes it. Actually, my daughter's my best fan, because she'll often say, Dad, you should have been on that show. But then she never says anything else. So there must have been a character a bit like me, or like my portrayal.
To me, your mannerisms were so in tune with your character, Bag of Bones, that it was a complete departure from Dad, because you're a little more jovial and light with the supernatural character, and you were more intense and thought-driven in your character portrayal for Bag of Bones.
No, but are we talking at cross purposes? Bag of Bones, a show, TV series.
The film series that
Film
you
series,
worked
okay,
with
all right.
Thomas Selleck.
Yeah, we have. So, yeah, I don't know. Well, the reason, thank you for that compliment. I guess a lot of people ask me about, I'll sort of answer your question by going sideways a little bit. But a lot of people say, you know, well, what did you bring? Like, how did you prepare? What kind of ideas did you do? A lot of the times as an actor, really all you can do is find an extension of yourself, what feels natural. And so in Supernatural, I felt with the script that I had, especially for the first episode, it really created a texture and a character that interacted with the two boys and kind of a different figure. And I was able to do that just because of, I guess, some of the influences on my career. I was able to be that kind of gentlemanly uncle figure who came and talked to the boys and kind of admired them but wanted to tell them off too. So that's kind of where I think, yes, just behave. I'm very serious. Well, thank you. I'm sorry, pardon my ignorance. You're going to find this a lot. He doesn't know anything. He's never seen anything. He doesn't know what. Anyway, thank you very much. But he does act. I act like I'm very clever. I know. Hello, next. You tell me and I'll repeat it, right?
Well, I was just...
No, it's good because I know there's a mic. Yeah.
Okay. I was just wondering, whenever you got that role, was there somebody that influenced you to work the character that way? Or did they let you tell you what they wanted? Or did you give them what you thought its success should be? Because I really love the character.
Right. So you guys all heard that?
No.
No? I've got to repeat that. No, so she's asking, when I read the character, like, did I come in with ideas or the producers suggest things? Because it felt like a good match, right? Am I paraphrasing it right? Okay, so, well, I came in with no preconceived ideas. There was a really good script, obviously, for the first scene, that really long pizza parlor scene. That kind of set the tone for the character. And then before that, there was the opening sequence, which was so killer. It was so fun, right? And that kind of set my character up. So I realized just with that montage and with Jen Titus singing the song that I came across as very powerful and it was very cool. So I didn't need to push the fact that I was very strong and threatening. I just needed to enjoy myself, enjoy the food that was being offered to me. And I did. And I sort of, and I just played, just being very elegant and appreciated the fact that Dean had brought me this food and played with that rather than being threatening, and in fact left it to Jensen to play the fact that he was afraid of me and what might happen. So that was kind of the dynamic that established itself, and it worked. And then I think from there, it built a little bit, and the writers and producers started to go down that path. It was a good way to make my character more threatening, but sort of more human at the same time. So I think that was kind of the combination. And influences for me, for my character, actors always have influences. We all do, we walk around and we kind of walk like the people we really admired when we were younger, or pop stars, film stars, whatever. We all kind of get little bits of life and we copy them, often unknowingly. And I realized that in my depiction of death, I drew on a lot of movies that I saw when I was in my teens. I used to watch a lot of Hammer horror films that were made in the 60s, and they always featured a cast of characters like Peter Cushing, Christopher Lee, kind of old school British guys that are very aristocratic. And I didn't deliberately imitate them or anything, but I realized when I look at my depiction of the character, he's influenced by those. He comes from the same lineage as those characters. But he's his own entity. He's very much somebody that belongs in the supernatural universe, but there's all those factors going on. So that's it. One day I'll get it right. One day I'll actually answer the question properly, and in just the right amount. There's a real art to that. As it is now, I pineapples around Chinese families. Or I go, what? And I do the Mark Shepherd thing of next. It's hard being an actor, you know. Not really. Anyway, you're, especially with good audiences like you guys. All right, so I'm going to come down. Hi.
Hi.
Hello. Don't be scared. It's all right.
I'm not scared, it's okay. I'm Jade. I just wanted to ask you, since they brought up the pizza brother, it's a good segment.
Yeah.
What's your favorite food? And also, do you think pineapple belongs on pizza?
Well, let's tackle the big one first of all. Does pineapple belong on pizza?
No.
And we're
Yes.
going to take a vote. We're going to take a vote right now. If pineapple belongs on pizza, please put your arms in the air and say yay. If pineapple doesn't belong on pizza, put your arms up and yell nay. Nays are more spirited. They're more distinctive in their response. They clearly don't like it. The yays are more sort of like, yeah, no, cabbage, whatever. There's a faction in here. This could be the beginning of division in the supernatural. No Dean or Sam, it's about pizza. Are you a pineapple? I'm not talking to you. Okay, so there you go. I mean, I eat it. In Toronto, where I eat a lot of pizza, it's called a Hawaiian. Is it here? Is it the same here too? Yeah, we all have these like little exotic names to make it sound like it's like really adventurous. It obviously is to half of you. Be careful with that one. Okay, we got past that one. And do I have any favorite foods? Well, I grew up in England, and I used to think that pizza was a health food. I really did. First time I came to the US, I saw this pizza, and I ate it, and I thought, well, it's got red peppers on it, and it's got all these vegetables, and I became ill very quickly. Because I thought that I was consuming a proper diet. So I grew up with the idea that, it was normal to have chip butties. That's French fries, malt vinegar, salt, on the bread.
On the bread?
Just like that. That's the way you do it. And so I've sort of, my diet has changed massively in the last while. I've begun to sort of realize that what you put inside your body affects you in every way. It took a long time for me to realize that. So I tend to eat healthier. But I love, the great thing is playing dead. I love everything that's pushed my way. If you've got any specialties from any regions, I'll try it. I love it. So I tend to be, I grew up with the notion that food is fuel rather than something to sort of sit and enjoy. It's like, and also growing up in a family with other boys, like one of 3 boys, it was something you had to fight for. So meal times weren't sort of like, I think I'll have it baked, not fried, and all those questions. It was more like and then, so that's my attitude to food, really. So it's funny when I play a character that has this delight of junk food, and he approaches junk food like it's sort of some aristocratic thing. So I relate to that a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Okay. Hi. Hello. Bring down.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we were going to get a photo op with you, and then we were going to have to dance together. Dance to death. And so,
I've heard that one before.
so we were wondering if you could show us your best dance moves.
My best dance. I would never make a fool of myself. Okay. Well, are you coming to karaoke tonight? You would love to see me doing a few there, because really I'm covering up for the fact that I can't sing. So what I do is I just wiggle my body around. So that's my favourite. But it goes back to the previous question. Somebody asked, was there any influences on the characterization of death? I think that whatever music style hits when you're a particular age tends to affect the way that you dance. So that, you see people that do the... That's the kind of like 60s folks that were like, and then, but mine was kind of like thug British culture. It was like a bit of ska, a bit of punk, and a bit of, I don't know quite what, but it was sort of like, it was an amalgamation of all those things. So it was, whenever I dance now, I realize I do the same dance moves, and I don't know really where they came from. I didn't learn them, I just absorbed them, I guess. Do you really want me to do Can I need a soundtrack? How am I going to get a soundtrack? Are you going to do one? Like, what can we do? Oh, that's a good idea. Rhythm. Okay. I was going to be fast. Here we are in Music City. Okay, well, come to karaoke. We'll dance. We'll dance the night away. Okay. Hi.
Hello. I was going to ask if Death actually died, and if so, where does he go if he dies?
Oh, that's a great one. Well, thank you for the question, and thank you for your concern. I wondered that too. And I've tried to explain it to my mum. She couldn't get her mind around it too much. Well, I don't know where he's gone to, but I think he's going to return. Don't you? I think we should pressure the forces that be to make him return, don't you? I'm a poor unemployed actor and I need work. Otherwise I'm just going to dance around. Thank you. Otherwise I'll just have to dance around the place. That's not good. So,
Hang on a
I
minute.
don't
Let me
know.
go out here. Let me call you back in a minute.
I think it was a great end to a season.
Love you, bye.
And I think it gave the best line ever, which my favourite line in the entire season was, I think I just killed death. Great line. And a great idea, and it's great that the show keeps introducing shocks and surprises like that, so that you can't ever take things for granted. So I understand it on that level, but in terms of the logic of is he dead, I can't imagine he is, or if he is, I think he's going to return sometime. Let's hope. I honestly don't know, so I'm not giving anything away. But I think it's up to you to pressure it. Hi.
How are you, by the way?
Oh, just tickety-boo, thank you.
Question for the last one.
Yeah, that's okay.
I imagine Death has such a fond for deep dish pizza. Do you think he could, I think the majority think that Death is not dead. Do you think he could be rolling around Chicago enjoying all the eateries?
I think you're probably right. He's waiting for Dean to pass his table. Dean's going to be walking along there, like you're walking, and then suddenly, splat, a burger patty's going to hit. Pick it up, and then I'm going to be there going, hey, buddy. Ketchup on that? So I think it's a great idea. I think we should write an episode. I think the writer should get you to write the entire episode. From Chicago, great. I love Chicago. So, well, it's like I feel like I'm going across a football field. So far, I get my exercise.
So since we are in Music City, I wondered if you could share with us what your favorite music to listen to is, whether it's bands or a particular genre.
I like all kinds, but I gotta say I actually really do like country. It burns me so much I'm not gonna get there. But Johnny Cash. I mean, you know, the man in black. How can you not? I think he's amazing, and I followed his career. He influenced me when I was younger. You know, I walked the line and songs like that. But also with his American recordings too. I kind of Rick Rubin produced. I think was a huge, amazing artistic achievement, and I really like those. So Johnny, you know, here we are in Nashville. Johnny Cash is definitely one of them. But I like a whole bunch of the different music. I grew up in a kind of era of punk and ska, reggae, mixing styles. But all of those styles all go back to the same roots, and country music, bluegrass is very much a part of that. So I can't, you know, name any, like there's so many bands, independent acts that I like, but I try to keep up with it, and it's a big influence on me, and as, you know, seriously, I joke and stuff about my dancing, but I think that we're influenced so much by music in our lives. It's one of those influences that's almost subliminal. It's like smell. You get a sense of it, you don't even articulate why it excites you, but it just is, and it represents life, and it's just so important. If ever I'm depressed, or I need a boost of mood, or if I'm preparing for a character, I'll often turn to music. And depending on what's required, whether I need to up the energy or down the energy, I'll listen to one specific type of music, classical, it could be country, it could be anything. So anyway, it's an honor to be here in Music City, so thanks. Hello.
Is that working?
Yeah, I think so. I'll repeat it if nobody can hear.
Okay. I'm wondering, what was your initial thought when you either read the script or they told you that Death was being killed off? Because my thought was, holy shit.
Well, that was sort of mine, too. I wasn't told, I read it. Like your script, we emailed you your script. Oh my God! It was a bit, but you know, that's fine. I told this before, but in a funny way, it didn't surprise me. There's another thing that happened. I was in a show called Heartland. Great show, it's a great show. And Amber Marshall, who is the lead in that, is the real deal. She really loves horses, and she's a fine actor. So I played a character as a guest star. I came in and I played the neighboring rancher who hit hard times. And it was a good episode, and then the writers said, we want that character to come back in the following season. So they brought me back in the following season for another episode. And they introduced my sister. And I thought, great, this is going to be a regular gig, you know, on a good show. And then nothing happened, and then I didn't hear anything, which is pretty common. So I just went, okay, so they've gone in another direction, or my storyline hasn't gone onwards. And then one day I said to my daughter, okay, let's look at the TV, because Heartland's on right now. Turned it on, and I swear, the moment that I turned the TV on, there's a close-up of Amber and saying, it's so sad what happened to Mr. Hanley. That was my character, and then the next shot was an ambulance racing down the road. And I'm looking at it, going, that's me! And I just had a heart attack! So that was actually more shocking than reading the script. It's kind of going, well, it fits in the supernatural universe, you know? It was more shocking to actually see it dramatically play out. I'm in there! Thank you. Okay. Hi Hi there.
Hi, Julian. I'm all the way from Canada. We love We're Off the Street up there.
Oh, yeah.
And you did a guest star spot on there
Yes.
where you played the mummy handler.
That's the mummy handler played by Julian Richings.
No, you're going to be YouTubing that, find that. And you tied that one too.
Yes. Yes. I got run over by a fire truck. It wasn't an ordinary fire truck, it was a horse-drawn fire truck.
Do you enjoy the new period pieces?
Oh, yeah. Like more than others?
Yeah.
I love period pieces because I love the idea that you can, focus on a particular time. And often if you focus on that time, you're telling a universal story. It's like, if you focus on a particular village in a very specific place, if it's so specific, often it becomes universal. So I like that storytelling.
And you look really good in costume.
Well, thank you. I also have one of those faces that goes, I walk into places and I go, that guy belongs in a Charles Dickens novel. That's what I have, and I've learned to sort of embrace it now and recognize that, I'm going to be in the character stuff, and I'm often going to be in period costumes too. The only thing is, the funny thing about doing period shows is that they often say, well, we'll need a beard or mutton chops. Mutton chops, these things here, the big sideburns. And I say, so how long do you need for me to grow those? And they say, oh, a couple of weeks, 3 weeks. It takes me 9 months. I am not the most hirsute of people. And so I normally end up with glued on mutton chops. Secret, if you ever watch me with a beard on TV, look closely because you'll see flaps going like this. And I'm trying to be very serious. Generally, I'm being killed or I'm killing somebody. And I'm talking away, and then I'm aware that this little piece of tape is flapping away on my left cheek. And I'm trying not to either sneeze or laugh. And that's probably why I look so intense. You were really good in that. You got that amazing expression on your face. It's because I'm trying to keep my chin. So anyway, trade secrets by Julian Richings. Okay, thanks. Okay. Hello.
I love the way you played that. I had to come back to NashCon again this year because you're here.
Oh, well, thank you.
My favorite scene that you shot was, or just that you shot was one from the AT where you're bringing the day.
Yeah.
I love that because that gave us such an insight into what your life was like every day.
Yeah.
That was interesting. What is your favorite scene that you shot in the show?
I guess it's very hard because they're all very good. Like, I really like the scenes. I'm very fortunate. I've been given a bunch of really interesting scenes to play. I always say to people, what? Answer? Oh, you couldn't hear the question. Sorry. So, what's my favorite scene? And she was particularly referring to her favorite scene, which is the one where I give Dean the ring. And was it Appointment in Smile? Yes. Right, I think that's the name of the episode. So what's my favorite? Well, I guess the biggest, sort of most powerful introductory scene is the one in that same episode. Like there's the montage, there's the old dad, but the actual acting scene in the pizza parlor is a big favorite of mine because it created the whole idea of the character and it established it. So that was a big deal. But I like your point about that episode, the one where I give Dean the ring for the day, because for me, what's important about that episode, it shows that my character is not just a force a force that needs to be feared and despised or run away from. It's actually a force of nature that has to be respected, and if not recognized, things will be worse. So it recognizes the notion of death, which I think is very much a part of life, part of the seasons, and I think that's a really good moral for that episode. But I think in terms of playing a character, it's a bit like people say, do you prefer like to kind of, if it's a sad or a strong thing, I like to put a twinkle in it, and vice versa too. If there's something that's kind of on the surface funny and bright, there always has to be seriousness and repercussions. So I like to mix it up, and I think that's one of the examples. So there you go. Thank you. Thank you so much. Nice to meet you. Hi.
Hi. I was just wondering, how did it feel to work with Jared and Jensen? With them being huge pranksters?
Sorry, I didn't hear. It's a little weird acoustics. I'm coming down to hear it. That's it.
Jared and Jensen, with them being big pranksters.
Oh, okay. How did it work with Jared and Jensen. Sounds like a car. Jared and Jensen. Because they're pranksters. They didn't try anything on me. And it's because I'm sort of this strange-looking older guy. And they go, and I think they don't quite know how to take me. Is it really that weird? Anyway, no, that's my silly answer. But my serious answer is that it's a very professional environment, Supernatural, and I think that's one of the reasons that it's so successful. Within that professional environment, everybody has fun and is relaxed. But the scenes that I've always done with the guys have tended to be big, one-off scenes that require a lot of focus, a lot of technical stuff. Even if it's eating food on camera is quite tricky in terms of how you match it from one take to the next and what you do. And so all the scenes that I've actually done with them have room for kind of hijinks. Sometimes, there are certain things that lend themselves to that, and it keeps everybody's energy up. So I honestly can't say that I've experienced it. Now that I've said this out loud, of course I'm going to get more pranks and things. I'm going to have to walk around. But no, so I can't say. But yeah, it's a lot of people have asked me that. But no, I'm just going to stay very strong and very steely-eyed when I'm around. So that I know what's in store. So anyway, that's it. Thank you. Bye. I'm coming down. And then I'm going to... What is it? Why does Death love food so much? Because he's dead. He doesn't really need to eat. Well, that's a great question. I think that it's a great idea that's been introduced by the writers. And it gives you... It's not logical, but what it does is it humanizes it. So it doesn't make it like a big force of evil that walks in the room and everybody runs away. It actually makes it like an uncle that comes in and goes, "What are you eating? I don't know if I approve of that. Let me taste it." It's got that kind of a feel to it. So yeah, if you took the logic, sure, he doesn't need it, but I think it humanizes his character, and it gives a really nice compliment, like a counterpoint to the reason why he's there, which is more sinister. And I find that a lot with well-written scenes is that you never bang it right on the head. Like if you've got a very serious scene, it goes back to what I was saying earlier, you can play it light, and if you're playing something light, if there's a darker undercurrent, it always works very, very well. So, thank you. Thanks. I can hear noises behind. Those musicians making a noise behind, but that's fine.
Hi, my name's Lindsay, and I love you to death, but I wanted to ask...
I love you to death. That's the next t-shirt.
But I wanted to ask you about your experience as another character on Orphan's Lab, working with the now Emmy Award-winning 5A Tatiana Maslany.
Yeah. Well, my experience, first of all, I love Tatiana. I think she's great, and I've enjoyed her.
Super talented.
She's so talented and so down to earth. The other thing is, I think it's so cool that there is a show that is about a woman. And it's not just about a woman, but how you can't take one woman for granted. There is so many aspects of her. Sort of underneath the idea is that one woman is a lot of different people. And that's a very cool idea, you know, whether you call it clones, whatever you do. So, love that. My experience. Hi guys, I thought I could hear you. Musicians aren't quiet. You know, whenever musicians go around, like you hear like clink, clink, plump, plump, plump. It's okay. It's okay. I guess I better hurry up and shut up. But no.
Keep talking about that show. That show.
Okay. Orphan Black is. I was introduced. I knew the showrunners of the show. I did both of them, Graham Manson and John Fawcett. I did a movie called Q many years ago. I got cut to pieces. It was 2 minutes. That was Graham Manson, and John Fawcett. I did his first film. Anyway, they said, "Do you want to do a bit on Orphan Black?" So I said, "Yes." And came in, did a bit, and then. As with a lot of acting gigs, they go gig to gig, right? You don't know when the next one's coming. And so I said yes, I didn't sign a contract or anything. Then I got busy, so you see my character comes in and I'm in a few episodes, and then I disappear because I do another gig, and then I come back in. So it's kind of a weird one where my story arc was never really developed, but I had a great time doing it. It was a pleasure to be a part of that show.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I think, I'm sorry, you folks over there, I think we gotta call it a day now. Oh, we got one, no, I think we're gonna...
Take it. Go.
Take
Come
it.
on. It's a quick, rapid fire. Quick.
Thank God. Okay. Love you so much. Number 2, I was here in Dallas, and I wanted to ask you a question, but never got to. The question is, other than death and supernatural, which when they first introduced you, gave me goosebumps. I love the introduction.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not kidding. I love it. From then on, I fell in place. But
I'm glad we did the rapid fire version.
my question is, other than death, the character that you played, what other character would you have rather or would like to have played instead of death?
Here's my question, Julian. Are you coming to karaoke tonight?
I certainly am.
If you've never seen Richings do the happy dance, do yourself a favor. Get yourself to karaoke tonight and watch this man do his thing. I'm not going to give him a traditional send-off. I'm going to give him a southern send-off. Julian, go on now, get.